Hey, so I'm going to have to do this in one take and make it quick, so I'm sorry about that. Today I'm talking about Feet of Clay, the third in the Watch books by Terry Pratchett. Feet of Clay is the first of the Watch books that really diverges away from the joke kind of style of the first two. Men-at-Arms went more serious as well, but this one is going deep into the philosophy of things. For the first time, Terry Pratchett really digs into his philosophy on how fiction and fictional concepts and how we hold them has meaning. One of the characters is a golem who says that if they were to grind him down, they would not find an atom of truth, justice, or life in their body. But he offers to have the humans do the same thing to see if it's true within them. A lot of the thematic components of this book really blend together well. The golems try and create a lot of the thematic elements of this story really work well, with people relying on the nobility and the people who are in charge to decide what's right with their fate, but with other people being given this almost nihilistic, nothing matters, what do we do with our life, kind of our approach to freedom and how those two intersect, as well as with the role of the patrician and people trying to overthrow the patrician and what it means about how they believe life works and how they believe government should function with the people. This trademark humor and Monty Python-esque story is still there. However, so much of this rebellious, free, meaningful philosophy defining what fiction really does for people and how fiction becomes a part of our identities is there. And also the new Golem Cop is totally a huge reference to RoboCop. Like, so many of his lines are direct references to the movie. I'm coming here to kick Heine. You're coming in, undead or alive. It's a direct reference. I love it. Also, best argument against gods that I've ever seen. The gods exist when I say argument against gods, I mean like you should pick up the laundry. When I say arguments against gods, I mean like pick up the laundry, do the dishes god. That kind of an argument. Not an argument against the existence of gods, just an argument for gods. I don't know what else to say. I think that this is the book with Sam Vimes' boot theory. No, that was in Men-at-Arms, where he's like, rich people buy sturdier boots so it costs less in the long run, so they save some of the money, but they needed to have that investment so the advantages keep piling up all the time, so they save more money. And that's the Sam Vimes theory of economic disparity. It's unfair, I tells you. But I think that was actually in Men-at-Arms. This one is just how people latch on to the idea of rulers, and how we tend to place a lot of our own individuality with the sake of our country, when that isn't necessarily true. And I really love how Terry Pratchett weaves that into his comedy. I prefer Men-at-Arms to this, though, if I'm being honest. It's just more fun, but I appreciate how thematically interwoven almost every aspect of the text is. This is technically more impressive, but Men-at-Arms made me feel something more. If you've been enjoying the Watch series so far, keep going with Feet of Clay. Why are you letting me stop you? Please give it a shot. This is everyone's favorite section of the... This is everyone's favorite section of the Discworld novels. Well, most people... This is the most popular series in the Discworld for a reason. I can't wait to hear you all talk about it, and I hope to see some nerding out in the comments below. I'd love to join in. This will be my... Unfortunately, because there hasn't been much nerding out until now, this will be my last official YouTube video for a while. I'll probably still update the channel when I feel like it or when I get a request, but it won't be to a specific style. I won't be updating it regularly. I will just be updating it when there is something either I want to say or someone requests me to say. So, maybe for a long time, I will see you... Speaking of which, not that many people have been nerding out, and that's been my reason for making these. So since that's the case, I probably won't be making any more for some time, unless it's a request, or unless I feel passionate about it. With that in mind, we might not see one another again. It was fun while it lasted. Take care, and I hope you find yourself a good book. Bye, everyone. It was a pleasure knowing you and seeing all the things you do. But now it's time to go away, now that I've done Feet of Clay. And I'll see you again with another turn of the page.